StayTrue Tv, another day on the house build. So in the last video, if you were with us, you'd see that we got the plumber around here and we finally went through and started doing a bit of talking about what we want to do and what we want to achieve. And he gave us a nice big list. So we've got a big list here, all written down, ready to go. We're going to start knocking through some of these things. So in this video, the first thing we're going to go and take care of, I think we're going to go ahead and just rip all the tiles off the wall. Then once we've done the tiles, we're probably going to get into the ground, just smash up all the concrete on the floor, because we are going to have to get that re-leveled and get the breathers and everything else repositioned, and the toilet. Because we're changing the position of the toilet, we need the drainage for the toilet repositioned as well. So the whole floor needs to come up so we can get the plumbers back and get it sorted out. The sooner we get this stuff done, the sooner we can get them back, the sooner we can get the plumbing done, the sooner we can start putting this place back together. Let's get into it. That explains the level difference in the bathroom to the toilet. As you can see, there's a layer of concrete being put down and then the tiles being put on top of it. And then down below we've got the normal level floor. So that explains it, but either way we've still got to rip up the whole floor anyway because we're getting the pipework changed around in the room, so let's just keep on moving. Alright guys, so check this out. It's been a big day. Managed to get all the tiles off the wall. And managed to get all the concrete off the floor. So I did leave a little bit of a step there, because the main reason we're ripping up the floor was so we can get the plumbing done, which we need that drain there to come over to here. And we need that drain there. I believe they're going to shift the breather there more central, so when it drains off we've got to make sure that the floor all flows to that one spot, so if there's any excess water, goes down that and out it goes, instead of any build up of water. And I don't know if you noticed in the corner here when I was working over there was a lot of wetness there. Obviously when I disconnected the toilet, there was a bit of water come out, and it actually was all leaning down into that corner, and it must have been just leaking in underneath the tiles. So I'm actually glad we're doing this now after seeing that. So once we get this all sorted, it should be fantastic. It's been a big day though, so we're calling it up for the day. We'll be back tomorrow, start working on some more of the jobs from the list. This is just one of many of the jobs that he sorted out. He said get the concrete up. The next thing we're going to have to do is actually dig up the pipes and expose them all. So when the plumber comes around, he can go and see what's where and be able to just connect it all up. Also know there is still bricks just here. It's a fair depth down. That's about 300 mil, 200, 300 mil there in depth. Them bricks are, but I'm thinking because that drain is there and so deep, and it's going to have to come over here, I'm assuming I'm going to have to knock a few more of them out anyway and bring them over. Other than that, I'm not too fussed about them because they are a fair old way under the level. And saying that, if the plumber tells me he wants the rest of them knocked out, well, I'll knock the rest of them out. Not a drama. So, on that, we'll catch you tomorrow. Alright guys, we're back again. So as you've seen, we managed to get all the concrete out of the bathroom now. We've got everything pretty well exposed. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go and take care of this drain here. We're going to dig it down to depth to where the elbow goes in and under. So we dig that down and then we're going to trench across to where the new toilet's going to go. Then once we've done that, we're going to go to the breather and we're going to dig up all the pipework there, expose it all, so when the plumber comes around, it's all nice and easy. You can see what he's doing. Everything's just there, cut, shut, whatever he needs to do, easy to do. So on saying that, let's get into it. Trench dug for the toilet pipework. That was some decent hard work there. We had a concrete wall going between it, and that thing was solid. 4 bits of decent sized Rio through it, so we had to get them cut up. We will use a grinder and chop them off completely. Now we'll go and get that breather trap, start digging that up and exposing the pipework. Keep on moving on. Check it out. We have a big hole for the shower drain and a big hole for the toilet drain. So far we're doing well. We've got the pipework exposed, which is what Lance asked of us. So we've got that all sorted out. That concrete block there, that was like a big wall. That was hard as. Even the jackhammer struggled with that, but we did get it in the end. The only other thing I'm not 100% sure about is we may need to knock a little bit more out of that wall there, because where we want to put a drain, to get the S-bend to sit into the ground deep enough in the right position, I think we may need to dig more there. But not 100% sure. I'm trying to get hold of the plumber again to have a bit of a chat to him Once we know for sure, I'll go and knock that out if I need to. If I don't, well, fantastic. So the next thing we're going to go and take care of is we're going to go knock all the mortar off the wall, expose our shower line pipes, because we are going to be moving our shower over about 2 to 3 inches to the right, and then that way it's going to centralise everything for where we're going to set this shower up to and look nice and tidy, opposed to having it offset that little bit. It just won't look right, and I don't think we'll be happy with it. So in saying that, let's get into it. Just gone and exposed all the pipe work to the shower work now. As you can see, I'm pretty sure this would be the cold water coming into here, and then from behind we've got a line coming in here that goes to this side of the tap work, both sides, which I'm assuming must be the hot water. So I'm hoping what they'll end up doing was probably cut this here and then feed it up behind the wall, coming up into this cavity here. And then I think we want to go like a mixer tap here. So however they set that up, I'm not 100% sure. But what we're going to do is centralise it to about here. And then I'm assuming they'll be able to just run that pipe up. And then all the way up there, there's a big hole in the cavity. So we should be able to just move that pipe work into place. So it centralises for where we're going to have the shower. Should be fantastic. So that's another job off the list. So the next job we're going to take care of is these 2 pipes here. So what we're going to do is, one, we're going to spread them apart about 100 mil, because when the plumber looked at them, he said they're way too close together. So we want to spread them apart about 100 mil, but then what we've got to do is work out a way to get the hot water from here over to there. So we've got a second vanity set up, ready to go, and it should be sweet. So in saying that, let's go ahead, trim some of this mortar back, have a look and see what we've got. If we need to, we'll get the saw out, make a trench, head over that way, get another outlet. Let's get into it. Alright, so that looks like that'll be our hot going through to there. So that must come down through the roof or something there somehow and tee up in the middle, I'm assuming. And then this will be the cold coming from the other side again, all on its little lonesome. So what I'm wondering is if we could actually knock a hole in here, and then the plumber could feed the line in behind the wall, come over to here, T-piece into this hot water, and it should all be sweet. But is it that easy? I don't know. So there we go, we've gone and knocked this brick out here. So hopefully we can feed the copper pipe behind there and link into the pipework in this one here. I've got the laser out because what I wanted to do, I was originally thinking of leveling, bringing this one down to level with these ones here, so when it's underneath the sink, it's all the same levels. And then I thought, hang on a minute, there's already lots of blocks out on this side, and he's already got to do some work to this one, so we may as well just bring this one up to this level, and then that way we just have to run the hot water pipe through here, hook it on, and they're both at the same level, nice and high, and just be able to plumb up the new pipes, and off we go. Alright, so the next thing we've got to do now is we've got to go ahead, we've got this drain pipe here, we've got to go and cut that from the other side because we're no longer going to be using it anymore. We're going to have 2 drain pipes coming straight up, and it should look nice and tidy, sweet, and it's no longer going through the wall, just out of the concrete. So let's go ahead, get on the other side, cut that drain off. Gone and cut the drain, as you see. It's all ready to come out now. We're going to have to just go ahead and remove this framework away so we can remove it completely. While we're at it, what we've also got to do is we've got to take care of a couple of notches in here because we are getting a new drain that's going to be coming through, connecting to here, and going up into the corner for a new sink that's coming into this kitchen. We've got our cutout for the drain to come through, and it's going to match up to this one here. So he said he'll join that up through there, and that's going to come out here out of the wall, and this is where our kitchen bench is going to be. Drain will just come out nice and tidy, and then we've got our S-bend will just join on straight into it. Should look sweet. So the next thing we've got to do is we've got water outlets here. So we've got to put 2 water outlets, a hot and a cold. Now the bath setup is on the other side of this. So what I'm thinking is we could go and put a hole through. Hopefully it looks pretty close to in line with where the bath setup is. So if we go and push, we're just going to go and grab the masonry drill through that brick there, see where the first one comes out, and then I've got to spread that about 100 mil, put the second outlet, and fingers crossed if they're in the right spot, you'll be able to just tap straight into the rest of the plumbing that's there when we're putting the new shower in. So let's go grab the drill, start boring a hole, see where we come out. We've just gone and bored our 2 holes through there. It goes perfectly through to the shower, so we'll be able to bring the hot water through from there. Now I don't think I actually needed to put the second hole in there for the cold water, as we did have this pipe work here and I did totally forget about that, but all good. If we don't need it, it's no big drama there. So as for now, we're just going to keep on smashing on with this list. Next thing is in the butler's kitchen, so we'll go and check it out. I'll show you what needs to be done. Alright, so the first thing we've got to do here is we're going to chase these lines, work out where the plumbing is. Then what we've got to do is we've got to chase the wall down to here and have the outlets down here, so they're going to be under the sink nice and tidy. Then we've got the rainwater tap, that's going to be getting disposed of. We're no longer going to have that. And last but not least in here, what we've got to do is we've got to cut this pipe off here. So that was the second drain, which was actually going out to the fruit trees. But once we get our extension stuff on, we're not going to have this anymore. So we've decided we're just going to do away with that. And then we're going to just keep the standard drain as it is. So let's go ahead, we'll grab the saw, get rid of this drain, just to start things off. So it's the next day. We ran out of time yesterday, had to go and pick up the kids from school. So where we got up to, we managed to knock this wall out here so we could expose all the pipe work here. Now most of this pipe work we'll probably get rid of. We need the inlet to the cold and the inlet to the hot. We've got them. So we've chased down 2 lines here, down the wall. We need to bring them down to a lower level. So what we're going to go ahead and do is get the grinder out. We're going to chase these channels down the wall and get it all ready for the new pipe to be laid in. One more job left on the list from the plumber, and that is we want to run a pipe coming from the roof down through the framework of this wall. So we did speak with the plumber about going underground while we've got the floor out, running the lines underground and stuff like that, but he said it's definitely not an ideal situation. He said it's better off going up through the roof, down the wall and out the wall. So if there's a leak or something like that, it's a lot easier to trace than it is through the ground. So this way should be a lot safer, and he said it's just going to be a lot easier working it this way. So we got the drill, let's go drill some holes. We've chased the wall down into the framework, and then we've got holes going through. Now we've just had the plumber back, asked him a few more questions. So because of the certain drains that we are going to be using, we've got to go and smash a bit more of this concrete out, which I wasn't too impressed by, but it is what it is. If we want them kind of drains, we're going to have to do that. So that'll be the next job, and we did manage to get a couple other jobs off him. So what we're going to be doing once we've done that, we're going to go and cut this pipe work up, pull that out, and then we're going to be taking care of this drain here. Now it's about a 50 centimetre piece of pipe, and it's all rusted on the outside. The plumber was saying chances are the internal of that's going to be like a 25-cent piece, so really small. So we had a bit of a chat about it. What we're going to do is we're going to cut that off, cap it, and that's going to get buried away, no more to be seen. And then because we're running the new toilet pipe, the new drain for the toilet coming along here, what we're going to do is we're going to piece into it over here somewhere and run a new line going straight to where the shower drain's going to be. So it should be a lot tidier, and then we'll have all new pipe work, and we know it's not going to rust out and stuff like that in the next few years. So it should be fantastic. But for the next thing we're going to do, we're just going to go and chuck the laser down, and I'm going to mark around the walls for where our floor level is going to be. Gives us a bit of an idea where we're going with. Then we're going to go and start with a couple of the other jobs that we've got. Let's get into it.
But you took away everything. Maybe this is more than bliss. Some moments I just can't resist. This is everything I wished, and so much more. You are my life. It's everything that I want. Come take this night. It's come alive in the dark.
So there you go, we've managed to get all the jobs on the list from the plumber sorted out, plus a couple extras. We managed to get all the pipe work exposed. We've knocked holes where we need to knock holes. We've got areas where we can run new pipes. We've gone and chased the wall in areas so we can get the pipes to certain spots. We've gone and dug out all the floor, exposed the drainage. We've got all the sections where we need it, and we've gone and done the whole slab at the back there. So now we can put these new style drains in, and it should all come up, look fantastic. As for now though, we are going to call that a wrap for this video. We've got a fair bit done, really happy with where we're at. It's kind of that point of time where I'm sitting here looking at this giant hole in the floor going, have a bit enough more than we can chew. But I'm sure if we just keep on going, we're going to get there in the end. If you're liking the content we're providing here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, set your notifications for upcoming videos, hit that like button, write any comments down in the comment bar below. Stay safe, and we'll catch you next time.